What's going on, guys? Nick Sanchez here. We're back at it again with another quick review. But before getting into the video, shout out to Roger Beasley Mazda, located here in Austin, Texas, for giving me a chance to use the vehicle. If you're on the market for a car and live in the Austin area, we got 3 convenient locations here for you. One in South Austin, Central Austin, and Georgetown. All right, on to the review. Today, we got a 2015 Mazda Miata Club. Let me go ahead and read some of the specs here for you. It's going to come with a 2.0-liter 4-cylinder engine, which is going to give you about 167 horsepower at 7,000 RPMs, 140 foot-pounds of torque. Mpgs are going to be at 21 city, 28 highway with a curb weight of 2,511 pounds. This one's going to come with a 6-speed manual transmission and 17-inch wheels. And I got this one in this beautiful true red with the black interior. So with that said, let's go ahead and get right into the walk around. Okay, so let's go ahead and start from the walk around from the rear. So we got these beautiful tail lights here. This one does have a shorty antenna, so a shortened antenna. Love the look. Down below we got dual exhaust, and let's go ahead and appreciate this true red. Now during this era, the era of zoom for Mazda, this was their red at the time. Now I am a big fan, although the Soul Red that is on the newer Mazdas is a little bit more sophisticated. You can tell this was definitely a different era with this true red. We do have the 17-inch wheels. This one does have the hard top, and then we have the black side mirrors with the club badging right there, so that's always cool. Now another thing about this era of Mazda was the big old smiley faces, right? I mean, it's pretty apparent. Now this one is a 2015, so it looks like the headlights aren't in the best shape, but it's not too often that we get these generations of Miatas traded in. But yeah, overall, just it's fun little car, big old smile on its face, and that's just always funny to me. All right, let's go ahead and pan around the back. So the lower valance, you do have the MX-5 decal right there, so that's always nice. And overall, very simple design, and we are right to the back again. And let's go ahead and take a peek into the trunk. So you're not going to have a whole lot of space here. It is a Miata, so it's going to be very compact back here. Now this one does have a little bit more room in comparison to like the newer generations, which is 2016 through 2022. I had a 2016 myself, so this is definitely a heck of a lot more space. You got probably the section for the jack and everything like that. This is probably the tire inflator kit, carpets. Nothing too crazy, pretty straightforward. Let's go ahead and take a peek inside. So it's going to be very minimalist. Left-hand side, you just have the lock unlock, the side mirrors, and pretty small cup holder there. Then you got the seats. Now these seats are in decent shape for the year. Let me go ahead and take a peek into the back to see if there's actually some storage. Looks like maybe not. I haven't messed with this too much. Doesn't look like it. Looks like a fake little plastic piece. I know in the 2016 that I had, there was those little shelves in the back where you can kind of store some stuff. On the lower side, you got the skid control. This is the manual. We got the clutch right there, and you do have a little cubby there for some change. Let's go ahead and take a seat inside. Okay, so we are behind the steering wheel of the 2015 Miata. Before turning it on, let's go ahead and check out the key fob. It's this throwback key switch or key flip switch, lock, unlock, trunk, and emergency button. Let's go ahead and engage the clutch and turn it on. Oh yeah. All right, so on the steering wheel, we got the radio, cruise control, and here are your gauges right here. So pretty straightforward. Fuel, RPMs, you got your odometer in the center, oil, upper center, right hand side, you got your speedometer, and on the very right hand side, temperature. So this one has these small little AC vents. This is from the previous owner. It looks like they haven't taken it off yet, but yeah, pretty straightforward. You got your controllers for the top, emergency. The radio is pretty simple. CD player, of course, modern at the time. AC controllers, and down below you got a charging port, cubby hole, aux cable, and of course your 6-speed manual transmission. This one is aftermarket though. And below the shifter, we got the window controllers right there. Center console, this is pretty nifty. The door actually slides like that. A couple of cup holders, small little cubby hole, your handbrake right here. And the back, let's see if I can get a good angle. You got your little lock box, and it looks like the controller for the knob for the gas door release. Passenger side, you got the decal MX-5 down below, glove box, and of course the passenger seat. And I did not notice, but you have these little cargo nets right there on the side, so that's pretty nifty. And before heading out on the test drive, let's go ahead and check out the convertible. It's about 49 degrees here in Austin today, so I won't drive around with this down, but all you gotta do is press this release button and then we'll release it here. There we go. And then you get a light prompting you to take the top down, so all you gotta do is just hold this button right here. Windows will adjust and this will come down. Takes a few seconds. Come back down, you'll hear a beep. There you go. And in case you're wondering, this is what the Miata looks like with the top down. Let's go ahead and pan to these lights. So you do have fog lights right here. I know these headlights aren't the best example of what the Miata lights should be looking like, but those are the blinkers, the LEDs in the front. Let's go ahead and pan around to the back as well. And I'm always a fan of this style of lighting. It's like reminiscent of those early 2000s, huh? Or late 2000s as well. Awesome. All right, so we are finally on the road. Let's get on the feeder road here. Let's step on it a little bit. We got a little bit of traffic in front of us. Let me try to bring it up to 60 for y'all. Okay, 167 horsepower, but you gotta realize this thing's pretty light. So I'm already there, barely in 5th gear. Oh man, this thing's fun. It's a little rattly. We got some, you know, road noise, obviously, because it's a little outdated. But I can tell you what, man, Miatas are always fun. No matter the generation here. Picks up nicely, and yeah, this is definitely just an enthusiast vehicle. Let me go ahead and take a turn here. Get off the main feeder road, and we'll go over a couple of the things here. Now the camera might be a little rattly. It's just it's chaotic in here. It really is, man, but it's fun. So let's go ahead and talk about the exterior. Now this Miata, this generation Miata in specific, actually let me see if I can toe heel here. Okay, that was nice. Toe healed pretty easily. Now this generation of Miata, it's a hit or miss with some people. I've seen it on the internet referred to as the hot dog Miata just because of the shape of it. Myself, I have no problem with it. I like the smile on the face. It's just reminiscent of the Zoom era of the time, and I think that's probably what really, I guess, piques my nostalgia with this vehicle, right? The True Red, I'm a big fan of the True Red. I think Mazda needs to bring it back, although I don't know how a True Red would look on the newer generation Miata. The interior, it's pretty simple. It's I'm not going to say it's too cramped in here, but it's cramped compared to the newer generation of Miatas. The newer generation is like a cockpit. Like I'm an average size guy, and it's pretty tight in there, so you got to have to kind of get accustomed to that. This one, I feel like it's a little bit easier, a little bit more spacious. And I have a couple of friends that actually have this generation, and they prefer it just because they're taller guys, a little bit bigger, and they can just fit in this Miata way more easily. The shifting's great. I mean, for the generation, the 2015, it's held up. I like the way it shifts. I like the way it revs. At 167 horsepower, it picks up pretty nice. I mean, it's a little heavier than the other generations, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I'm a fan of this interior. The True Red and the inside with the decals MX-5 makes it look very nice. I'm more of a fan of the hard tops, and that's why I feel like with the newer generation Miatas, I'm glad that they brought out the RF models. I know there's some people that are more enthusiasts with the soft tops. Myself, I love the hard tops. For the technology here, of course, it's an age of its time. You got the CD player, the aux cable, but does this thing have Bluetooth? I don't think it has Bluetooth either, but that's fine. I mean, you just plug in a CD, or find, you know, maybe an old, not iPod. Yeah, iPod. You find an old iPod, connect it in there, and, you know, just blast some jams. Overall, this is a fun vehicle. If you're looking for a second type of car just to have like a weekend car, and you're not really too set on a newer generation, or maybe you can't afford a newer generation one, I mean, this one's at 120k miles, and I think we have it listed for like 15k. So I know with the newer pre-owned stuff, you're looking more towards 24, 25. But overall, I think this is a good selection here, and definitely recommend checking it out. Now, if you are in the market for one of these Miatas, do your due diligence, check out the Carfax report, make sure if it is heavily modded or modded, you might want to, I mean, if you're not familiar with those mods, maybe steer away from them. If you're more of an enthusiast, you can maybe double check the installation of those mods. But overall, very, very fun vehicle. And that's it for this quick review on the 2015 Mazda Miata Club Edition. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you like these car reviews, I appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. Once again, shout out to Roger Beasley and Mazda here in Austin, Texas. If you want to check out their inventory, you can go to rogerbeasleyandmazda.com, and I'll leave the link in the description down below. Alrighty, folks, I'll see you in the next review.